Hello and welcome to this podcast, and I am super excited to be sharing this podcast to you. And of course, it is tagged how I moved from a broke writer to a highly paid writer. Now, if you have been following me over the time, if you've been following me for years now, you must have heard me share maybe a bit of my story. But my story is going to take another route today because I am going to be sharing not just how I became a highly paid writer, but how I built my influence to become a brand influencer. Now, people pay me to influence for their brand. And when I talk about paying me, I don't just mean, coming to, tell me you're going to pay me so amount of money. No, I have a stipulated fee for influencing. And yeah, I started influencing for brands this year 2022. But guys, this was not something that I wasn't opportune to do. At 2019, I was getting people come to me and tell me, please, we want you to influence our brand. Why? What's the difference? Now, I have been getting people tell me, please come influence for our brand, let's pay you so that you can influence and talk about our product. And I have been rejecting the offers all along. Why? Because I'm going to share with you the first thing, how I was able to move from being a broke writer to being a highly paid writer. Number one, capacity. I see writers who jump into offers so quickly and they are not sure about their capacity to handle that offer. For instance, imagine if I had started influencing for brands that are back there, probably I might be taking something like maybe 5,000, 10,000. But no, I built my capacity, I built my audience, I built my following, I built my influence to be able to charge what I am supposed to charge. Okay, so if people come to me now and tell me, okay, we want you to influence for our brand, I quickly send out my my agreement, my influencing agreement, 3 months, and this is the cost for the 3 months, 6 months, and this is the cost for the 6 months, 1 year, this is the cost for the 1 year. Now, your capacity is what is actually going to help you to become a highly paid writer. There are people who started writing today and they are online and they are shouting, I don't take this particular amount of money, my charge is so and so. It's okay for your charges to be high, but do you have the capacity to deliver? For instance, you're starting on the online space and you're saying that for you to write an article, it's going to be 500,000. Wow, you are just starting. You've not even had people whom you've written articles for and who are giving you their testimonials for you to be able to use those testimonials and charge that high amount. So you cannot move from being a broke writer to a highly paid writer if you don't have the capacity. When we talk about the capacity, we're talking about the following, the influence, the testimonials, the results. You need all of these for you to be able to, become that highly paid writer. And again, like I said, being a highly paid writer is not just about saying that people are paying you to write for them. For me, what I say a highly paid writer is somebody who can get people to, pay highly for his or her skill and craft, for his or her time, and for his or her influence. So for me, I've achieved these three. People are paying me for my skill. People are paying me for my time to consult for them. People are paying me for my influence to do what? To influence for their brands. So that's how you become a highly paid writer. Whether you're a public speaker, that's the same thing applies to you. Whether you're a designer, that's the same thing applies to you. I'm just using writer because that's what I am. Anybody who is in the expert space, who is in the creative space, can actually leverage this. First off, they will pay for your skill. Next, they are paying for your time. Next, they are paying for your influence. So you need to build capacity for you to be able to achieve this. I don't know if I'm making sense. So I've talked about capacity now. So you don't just wake up one morning and say, because I am a writer, or because they've told me to charge high, or because they've told me to, to charge my worth, then I'm going to charge 1 million naira for this particular project, when you have not even worked for somebody to get testimonials from that person. So how was I able to move from being a broke writer to being a highly paid writer? First off, I wasn't charging high. I started charging from my level, and I was doing a great job. So while I was charging people lower, people were paying and I was doing a great job, and they were sending their testimonials. And from there, I was increasing my charges. up to where I am at this moment, and people can conveniently pay me. Why? Because when you go to my page, you begin to see testimonials of people that I have worked with. Now, you don't know the cost I used to work with these people. This might be people who I worked with as far back as 2018, 2019, right? But I didn't charge them so high, but I did a great job, and they sent in their testimonials. Until today, people look at those testimonials and they trust me to deliver. So, what is your capacity like? Don't say because you want to become highly paid, just wake up one morning and you start charging so high. It's okay to charge your worth, but be sure that your worth is really your worth. You're not starting out and you are putting out a very high cost. There are times that I wrote, for people, there are articles I wrote or there are content I wrote as far back as then I was charging so low. At this point, I see those things as almost writing for free, because if I think about the cost of what I did then or the charges I placed then, they were so small compared to what I charge now. But that's what process is like. That's what growth is like. So what are you starting with? What's your capacity like? All right. So, and when you talk about capacity, we also talk about expertise. What's your expertise like? Don't sleep and wake up and expect that you become highly paid. And that brings us to the number 2. Number 2 is your knowledge and your expertise. What's your knowledge and your expertise like? I see people who say they want to become highly paid, but you lack knowledge. You're just about, what you can get for free, or you're just about the pedestrian information that is shared on the social media space. Hey, let me tell you something. The moment you begin to think big, you must take that huge step. You must take that huge step to move from just being a free gang person to be a paid gang person. And what does it mean? It means that you are taking a step higher to access superior information, and you don't get superior information on the streets of social media. You don't get superior information on content people just share. There are information that are hidden. There are information that you will not get without you making payment for. You have to pay for that information. And I'm not asking you to go and start paying huge money for information or thereabout. There are information that are paid at your level that you can access. There are even free information, right, that you can actually access. The issue is a lot of persons don't even value the free information they get. And that's why I'm very careful when I'm putting out information and I term it free. All right, some persons don't even value the information they get for free. So you need to understand what level of growth you desire, and then what's the level of information and knowledge that is required of you. If you don't access that information, you will remain at that stage that you are. So number 1 is what? Building capacity. Number 2 is what? Embracing expertise and going for knowledge. You need expertise and knowledge. The person who is charging high the person doesn't just have capacity to deliver. The person also has the knowledge and has the expertise. The knowledge to attract the clients, the expertise to deliver, and of course the knowledge again to retain those clients. It's just one thing to attract a client, it's another thing to retain them. And that's why I get returning clients over and over again because what? Because they see what I have been able to deliver. Now, let me tell you something. There are people I have worked with, and because of the good work I did for them, or because of the level of knowledge I brought to the table, the level of excellence and expertise I brought to the table, they were able to recommend me over and over again to their own network. So that's how it works. You cannot become a highly paid writer when you have not built capacity and when you have not embraced expertise and knowledge. Then number 3, understand the place of personal branding. Understand the place of personal branding. This is something I want to start screaming. I know they've told you that you should come on social media space and build business, and then you forget also that you are the one who is building the business, and you need to pay attention to your personal brand. For instance, I am influencing for brands, right? I am influencing as Dicta. I am not influencing as the founder of Serene Africa. My business brand is just there. I have a team of people who are handling everything there. But I am influencing as Dicta. Do you understand the point? When you pay attention to your personal brand, you are able to get more persons to trust you. If I decide that tomorrow now I don't want to be just a writer, I want to go into real estate, people will listen to me. If I decide that I want to become, a consultant in maybe finance or whatever, people will listen to me because I have built a powerful personal brand. So talk to yourself today and ask yourself, what is the level of work I'm putting into my personal brand? Am I just talking about, my business brand? What about your personal brand? What are you doing to ensure that people know you? For instance, if I get to do things, right? I get to carry out social impact projects, and I get to write books, I get to put out courses. I make massive impact. When people read these courses and these books and take these courses, what they say is that what? I am impacted by this work from Ijoma Dicta. It's my name. So when people mention your name, what's the level of impact they feel? What's the level of growth they feel? What's the level of experience? What's that joy they feel? So you need to pay attention to your personal brand. You need to be a thought leader. That's it. You need to be a thought leader. You need to build your audience and let these people understand your message. And of course, let these people follow your message. I've been able to influence people. I know a lot of persons who are here, they have become intentional because they've met me. Even if you've not told me, I know. There are people who are here that have read my books and they became what? They got better results and they grew their influence and grew their income and their impact. I know people who, because of the offers I'm putting out and because of the events I'm hosting, I know how much it cost me to host all these events and host all these offers. But hey, I know there are people who are impacted. And that's it. I know that tomorrow, when someone mentions my name, they'll say, yes, she was able to impact my life through her books, through her courses, through her events, and all of this. So what are you doing to ensure that your personal brand is influencing the lives of people, impacting the lives of people, and helping them get better results? All right, so you cannot move from being a broke writer to being a highly paid writer if you have not understand the place of personal branding. Now, when I'm talking about highly paid writer, I don't mean just getting people to pay you for writing. I mean getting people to pay you for your influence, because I want you to understand the place of influence. Let me tell you this something. There are two people who are going to be doing the same thing, Mr. A and Mr. B. Mr. A is going to be doing whatever he is doing and going to be getting lowly paid, right? You might not even be getting all the influencing deals, the ambassadorial deals. People might not really be having him or her speak at events and all of that and get paid. But Mr. B, because of the level of influence Mr. B has built, Mr. B is getting all the ambassadorial deals, getting people to, influence for their brands, getting to speak at events and getting paid. So you need to understand that your influence is important, and you cannot grow your influence when you have not built your personal brand. I don't know if I'm making sense. Now I've talked about what? I've talked about capacity, I've talked about expertise and knowledge, and I'm talking about what? Building your personal brand. Now the next thing you also need to understand is that you need to understand how to sell. Sell yourself and sell other brands. And hey, you cannot sell other brands when you have not sold yourself. You've not sold your knowledge. Just from what I do on the social media space, right, I've been able to sell my offers. I'm not even talking about people who hire me to write their books and consult for them. I'm talking about selling my products and selling my offers. I've been able to sell to people online, to in tons of thousands and millions, because what? I understand the place of selling myself. I know how to sell myself. Now I'm able to sell for other brands through content and through what? Influencing deals. So you need to understand, how can I sell myself online? When you're able to sell yourself, then you can actually sell other people. And the only way you can actually sell yourself is by getting people to understand your message. If people buy your message, people can trust you. See, there's this thing I talk about, building an audience. There are different types of audience. There are cold audience, there are warm audience, there are hot audience, right? The kind of audience you build will determine how these people are going to, buy from you. If you keep building only people who are cold about your product, or people who are just meeting you, and the moment they are meeting you, they cannot even trust you, these people will not buy from you and they will remain cold audience. So you want to be sure about the steps you are taking to build your audience and get these people to become warm audience and then hot audience. I know there are a lot of you listening to me here. You've bought almost all my products. You've bought all my courses. That's fantastic. Why? Because I'm able to sell myself to you. You trust me enough and you know that whatever is coming from me is valuable. Now I want you to understand that becoming a highly paid writer is not just about saying I can write. Becoming a highly paid expert is not just about saying I can do this or I can do that. You need to understand all of this. You cannot sell for other people. You cannot sell other people when you have not been able to sell yourself. Now, recently I got an ambassadorial deal, like an influencing deal. I got an influencing deal. In 2020, I got an ambassadorial deal. This year, 2022, I got an influencing deal. And when I sent my course to them, they were like, okay, wow, 350k for 3 months. I said, okay, no problem. Then they gave me also their offers, the extra offers they're going to be doing for me, because they're also a tech brand, right? Now, it was massive. But you can imagine what the case would have been if I was just there saying I'm a writer, and then I was just expecting people to come and hire me so that I can write for them. But no, I spread my tentacles to ensure that I can even influence for brands. I can, work with people as strategists. I can work with any brand, even innovative brands, as their strategist. I'm a business strategist, right? So you need to move away from that mindset of saying I am a writer and you are restricting yourself. You're just waiting for people to hire you. You're waiting for people to hire you. What more can you do? Can you spread your tentacles? How can you serve other industries? How can you serve other needs? Hey, let me let you know. Anything that you are doing that you cannot use to serve other industries or other needs, that thing is restricted. You need to go for something else. You say you're a writer and the only people you're writing to is just people in the money, in the finance or in the health. You are restricting yourself. You cannot grow with that kind of mindset. I know a lot of people tell you, okay, you just have to niche down. But hey, you can niche down and you can still expand. The reason for niching down is to build authority, to make people to know your name, and then you can expand. So when you are building your brand as a writer, please, I beg of you, do not restrict yourself. That's the reason a lot of writers are broke. You say you are just a writer. Do you know that even as a writer, with your knowledge of social media, you can actually consult for brands. You can actually consult for personal brands, business brands, even corporate brands. What are you doing to spread your tentacles? What are you doing to spread your wealth of knowledge and get people to pay you? That's how consulting comes in. So I said what? People pay you for your skill. People pay you for your time, and people pay you for your influence. So when people are able to pay you for your skill is when they're hiring you to write. People are paying you for your time because they know you have an experience. You can do what? You can consult for them as regards social media, writing on social media, creating content on social media. You are consulting for them, writing books and all of that. Okay, now the next thing is what people are now paying for your influence. People are paying you because you've grown your influence. Now, what are the metrics to show that you've grown your influence? Number one, that people are understanding your message and they are grabbing your message. That's what I talk about thought leadership. People listen to you and they are inspired. People listen to what you are doing, like see what you're doing and listen to your message and they are inspired. That is how you become a thought leader. All right. Then number two is what? Your following. You are growing your following over and over again. People are beginning to follow you. People are beginning to listen to your message. You have your list, your WhatsApp list, your Facebook group, your following. Now, when we talk about following, I don't mean that you need to have hundreds and hundreds of thousands. Do you know you can have 3,000 people who are listening to you? You can have 5,000 people who are listening to you, and you have a converting audience. You have a strong audience. The point is this: these people are not just your friends or friends on social media. These people are following you. When I talk about following, they have what? Commitment to you. They trust in you. They believe in whatever you do. And that's why you should not make the mistake of trying to post any kind of thing on your social media space. People are listening to you. First off, you're a thought leader. Secondly, people are following you and they trust you. And thirdly is what? That you also understand your message and you know where you are going. You know your path. You know your path. So I'm talking about building what? Your influence now. You know your path. For instance, I know where I was going to. I know I had a picture of my 5 years, even when I started. I knew where I wanted to be in 5 years' time. And that was why I did what I was committed. I paid attention to my brand. I paid attention to what I was doing. I was consciously learning. I was consciously studying. I was expanding my tentacles. I did not restrict myself. I was able to fit into any new narrative. See, let me tell you, I know a lot of persons are telling you, yes, you should do one thing for over and over and over again. Hey, what if consistency means that thing you are doing, you need to now go into another level. You need to step into another level and take a higher route, take a higher road, take a higher level, right? For instance, you started as a writer. What if, hey, you need to now become what? A consultant. What if, hey, you need to become a strategist? Pay attention to your level of growth. Don't restrict yourself to one level and say that's where you want to be. Okay? So today now I'm influencing for brands. Hey, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I wasn't influencing for brands. Right? 5 years ago, I wasn't like that. I was just a writer. But today I'm influencing for brands. I'm getting brands to pay me to influence for them. I'm strategizing for brands, I'm consulting for brands. You need to pay attention to this. You cannot move from being a broke writer if you restrict yourself and say, it's just writing I want to do. You must have the ability to do what, have people pay you for your skill, have people pay you for your time, and then have people pay you for your influence. If you're able to build these three things, trust me, you are good to go. Now, what if I tell you that there is an easy way to actually get all of this done? What if I give you my best selling offers that would help you to achieve this? Now, there are offers that I know that they are from my wealth of knowledge. There are things that I have done. There are information that I have executed over and over again. I have all of these things at the back of my mind, and I said, okay, let me quickly share this thing, in the Nigeria parlance, let me quickly share it. If you're Nigerian, you understand what I just said. But hey, what if I give you a bundle that is going to help you to achieve this? And hey, I'm not going to give you something that will not give you results. You of course trust me. I will not give you something that will not give you results. Now, this is what I want to give. I want to give you my 7-figure influencer bundle. My 7-figure influencer bundle. Now, this 7-figure influencer bundle contains courses, right? Resources that would help you to get better results and get faster results at what you do. Like, move from being a broke writer to being a highly paid writer. And of course, see how you can build your influence so that you can get people to trust you to start influencing for their brands, right? So what is going to be contained in this bundle? First off, you will get my thought leadership video course. Now, my thought leadership course is a course that's going to show you how to become a powerful thought leader. Probably you're seeing how I get to, step into offices. I get to get people trust me, offers. I get people to trust me with opportunities. Now, because of I have built that thought leadership experience, that thought leadership feeling, that's, this thought leadership feeling that makes people to just automatically trust you. Because I have built that, right? So you would get a thought leadership master course, and it's a video course. Now, this course cost 6,500. But hey, that's not the cost of the bundle. I'm just telling you what is inside the bundle. Another thing you'll be getting is expert storytelling course. Now, this course is going to show you how to use story to boost your influence, grow massive influence, like get people to know you. And then when I'm talking about story, I don't mean you're going to start sharing your private story. There are certain types of story that you will share. The kind of stories that you will share that will boost your influence, right? So this course is going to show you how to share those stories. Another thing is your content creation mastery course. This course is going to show you how to become a master of content creation, both in videos, in writing, in whatever kind of content you're putting out there. You will see how the smartest people on the social media space share content. All right. This also costs 6,500. The expert storytelling course also costs 6,500. All right. Now, we're also going to get the A to Z of digital product. Now, let me tell you something you don't know. The easiest way to get people to trust you is by getting published. And when we talk about getting published, we mean what? Having courses, having books that share your story, share your expertise. A lot of persons know a lot of things, but nobody knows that you know all these things. Why? Because you don't even have any product. You don't have anything that tells people that you really have knowledge of this thing that they want to learn from, right? Or that they want to learn, because you are restricting yourself. So this course is going to show you the kind of digital products you are going to create. Now, even if you have been creating digital products, let me shock you. Probably you are creating product that people don't even want. You are creating product that's not getting sold out. So you get to create product and you have only 5 people buy it. It's because they don't need it. Your audience don't need it. This course is going to show you how to create digital products. The next one you're also going to be getting is the niche discovery course. Let's just take it for instance now that you're starting out on the social media space. You're bothered, or you're starting out your writing career on the social media space, and you don't even know the kind of niche or the niche that you should go for, and you are wondering, how can you get started? Now, let me tell you something. You are going to be getting the niche discovery course that's going to show you how to get started. And no, it's not just about saying you want to probably have your niche out there. This is a particular niche you want to do. No, I'm going to show you exact way to choose your niche, right? So get this course. This course is going to also be a part of the bundle, and the course costs 5,000 naira. Now you're also going to be getting so the things I'm giving you for this particular offer. You're also going to be getting the pricing model video course. Now, if you have products, you have services, for instance, for those of you who are struggling with pricing your offers, you're starting out and you're saying your offer is going to be big, I'm going to show you the various stages of pricing, and then also you get to see the kind of way you should price your offers. This is going to be very important to anybody who has a business on the online space. So you're wondering, how am I able to charge 350k for influencing? Hey, it's because I understand the process of pricing. So this course is going to teach you exactly how to price for every kind of offer, books, courses, influencing deals, and whatever, right? So you will get to understand all of this in this particular video course also, and this course costs 15,000 naira, right? Now also you are going to be getting the Sell to Profit master course. This is also a video course, and this course is going to show you how you can actually become a best seller on the social media space. Let's take, for instance, you're just starting out and you don't even know how to sell something. This course is going to show you how to sell whatever you want to sell. Okay, and this course costs 10,000 naira. And then again, I'm going to be giving you one more course, and it's going to be a relaunch your book course. Now, if you have written any book and you're wondering how you can make massive money from this book, even if it's a book you've written 3 years ago, this particular course is going to show you how to relaunch your book and make more sales, right? So it's going to show you everything you need to do about relaunching your book, right? So be sure that you are going to take this course. Now, I'm going to be giving you how many courses is that? I say thought leadership, expert storytelling, content creation, A to Z, digital product, then niche discovery, the pricing model course, the Sell to Profit, and then you relaunch your book course. Man, look all your course I'm giving you. All right, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of this course cost 65,000 naira. Yes, so this courses cost 65,000 naira. But guess what? I'm not going to be giving you all these courses for 65,000. If you're listening to me right now, I want you to send me a message on WhatsApp, because I'm celebrating my latest influencing deal. I'm going to be giving you all of these courses so that you can grab this immediately. Immediately this offer goes down, you will not get it. So get all of these courses. All of them are video courses, and they are straight to the point, highly valuable. Of course, anything that's not valuable, I'm not bringing it to the market, right? So get straight to the point, get these courses, get this bundle. I call it the 7-figure influencing bundle. With this bundle, you're able to grow your influence, make more money from your skill, from your time, and from your influence. I hope to see you at the top. And hey, I want you to know one thing: you can never remain a broke writer if you have the right knowledge. The reason a lot of people are broke is that they depend on the knowledge that they have last year, and they are still using. Let me tell you, knowledge goes obsolete. The moment you use the knowledge, becomes obsolete. You need more and new knowledge. So get this bundle right now so that you can get started on your journey to massive influence. You too can become great. You too can be at the top, and I want to celebrate you. I want to see you at the top. Talk to you soon, and send me a message right now. Send me a message now on WhatsApp so that I can get this bundle. Do have a wonderful day.